Here's a great story I've just remembered from my days working for the local county council education department, going around doing portable appliance testing in schools. And I'm just an assistant to the man who's operating the machine. And we visited pretty much every primary school and secondary school in the Durham County doing the new portable appliance testing, which had just emerged in the early 90s. Now, everything used to go really well, but some days there were some terrible mishaps that would happen, and not always our fault. But on this one occasion, it could be argued. I can't remember which school it was, doesn't matter, it was a Catholic primary school. And typical for a Catholic primary school, when you enter the foyer, it's adorned with all the religious, the Catholic pictures and everything the moment you walk in. And 9 times out of 10, there's a large statue of the Virgin Mary stood there, greeting you as you come in. And we had a couple of old blokes on the team that were just about close to retirement, and you wish they would just go, One of them was we're all electricians and of some kind or another. And there's this lad, Derek. He was a bit doddery, not so fast. He knew his stuff and everything, but he was just a bit slower than everybody else. And he had an odd quirk that he would tell you the same story 2 or 3 times throughout the day, and he would tell it as if he was telling it to you for the first time again. So it was that kind of, I don't know what, there was some with his memory. Anyway, he worked with this Welsh bloke that we was dubbed the Welsh Wizard. So a little guy, I can't remember his name at the moment. And he was the real I am as Welsh go, including the bad temper and cantankerous. And he didn't really want to be there, I think. It was just topping up his pension kind of thing, I think he was saying, until the end, get extra savings. And he used to say to me, I do the minimal required, Peter, the minimal, that's all that's required. He's like this. And you could tell he just didn't put any effort into his work. Anyway, these two are like the grumpy couple all the time. And they're first into this Catholic school, right? Probably get the best position or the best spots to go testing, get a cushy, get themselves set up with the easy shit for the day. So they head in there, and everybody else is going to get the stuff out of the van. And they've gone in to introduce themselves. And from outside, we hear this terrible crash from the foyer. I'm like, what the hell's that? And we got our stuff and made our way down to the foyer. What the hell's going on? There's a huge crash and commotion. And it turned out, I think Derek had moved out the way for somebody, and he'd caught the Virgin Mary's statue with his case and tipped her off the plinth onto the floor in the middle of the foyer. Clink, whoosh, doof, couldn't stop it. When we got into the foyer, the pair of them are on the floor, hands and knees, picking the bits up. And the Welsh guy's in his case looking for the super glue. I kid you not. And this statue's gone, man. It's just brush and pan job. It's 9 o'clock in the morning at a primary school. We haven't even started our job yet. And these two Muppets, they might as well have been on the Muppets, the 2 grumpy blokes in the box complaining about everything. Terrible. That was a long day. Oh, God. I wouldn't have liked to have been my boss getting that call off the head teacher. Yes, this is such a head teacher of a primary school. We just lost the Virgin Mary. You what? One of your operatives? Fucking hell. And that's just one day out of the years I worked there, and I saw things that would just, have you on the floor in tears of laughter. Things we saw and things people said and did. Hey, well, that's that story. The breaking of the Virgin Mary.